Ooh. You can tell we're flying in Finland today. Oh. So I put a tweet out the other day just asking if anyone knew of any FBOs or flying schools down here at Malmi Airport. Thank you to everyone who responded. I'm going to be flying today with a company called Aeropol. I just found them online, sent them an email and asked if they had a plane available and an instructor today. Turns out they did. So I thought today, why not go flying? Enjoy the fact that we can still enjoy general aviation. It doesn't matter whereabouts you are in the world. If you're a pilot or if you just love the thought of getting in a small plane and doing a bit of a scenic flight when you're traveling on holiday, anywhere in the world, it doesn't matter. You really should. It's a great thing to do.
My English is good enough.
Your English is great. Don't worry. Your English is better than my Finnish. Yeah. I just bumped into Boris down here just before we go and fly with Aeropol. Boris is one of the aircraft engineers here at the airport. And you said we can have a quick look in the hangar?
Yeah, of course, in the hangar, yeah. And it's closed now and it's empty.
The airport here is closing?
Yeah, it's closing, yeah. The Helsinki city government, they have some plans to build some houses here and I don't know, everybody is protesting against, but they still are gonna do the stuff. So here's the hangar. Usually when you come from, usually when you come from here, inside there's planes and planes and planes from 38.
1938.
1938.
So before the Second World War.
Yeah, and even the Adolf Hitler has landed here.
Really?
Yeah, we have some pictures of him. Yeah, he landed here and there was something happening.
This is the thing, it's the same with general aviation. Same thing happens in Australia, is that airports, they close after a while because not as many people are flying.
Look at it,
wow.
It's so cool.
It's beautiful.
And they take really good care of it.
Thanks Boris, see you mate. Oh wow, Finnish people are so nice. What a legend. Let's get a giraffe.
Hello. Here's Masha.
You can be friends. What's the name?
Masha.
Masha.
Yeah.
So this is milkshake. Oh. So they can be friends. They can be friends. There you go. And this is our plane for today. This is a Diamond, I've never flown a Diamond before, Diamond DA20. And we've got a new travel buddy. This is Marsa. I'm going to link to Marsa's Instagram account down below if you want to follow some Finnish flying adventures with Milkshake's new best friend. Now, just as I'm setting the cameras up for this flight on board, you can probably see behind me that the weather isn't particularly nice today. We've had 2 perfect days in Finland of clear blue skies, no winds, and then the one day that I booked to go flying.
So the DC-3 is actually an old Finnair aircraft. So Finnair used to be called Aero before.
Yeah.
And that's why the flight number is AY. Aero. OY. OY is just limited. Basically.
That's a beautiful plane, isn't it?
And it flies.
Still flying.
A lot.
Yep.
It takes people for scenic flights. And they even do longer trips as well. I think they're flying to Normandy this year for D-Day celebrations. So they have a lot of because they use DC-3s for parachuting.
Yeah.
Parachute drops on D-Day. So they have a fleet of DC-3s from all over Europe.
And sorry to ask, but just the best pronunciation of your name?
My name. Do you want the easy one or the very proper one?
Oh, no, I want to try the proper one.
The Finnish one is Tuukka.
Tuukka.
Yeah.
Tuukka. Okay.
Yeah, that's very close, yeah.
Oh, well, don't worry. I get Stefan, Stephen, Stefan, Steph. I get so many versions.
So what's
of
your
mine.
preference?
Oh, Steph. Steph is easy. Yeah, Steph is nice and short.
Okie dokie. So I guess it's pretty much all up to you then. About 50-ish knots, you know, when you get the feeling that it could fly, just a gentle thought of pulling the stick backwards.
A gentle thought, okay.
Imagine the stick coming backwards and it'll start flying. Traffic Oscar, Kilo Alpha Papa, take off runway 18, number 2 to knock.
Okay, so full power.
Yes, we should get about 2000 RPM, that's it. Engine checked.
Airspeed on both. So 50 knots, rotate?
Yeah, I don't look at the speed too much, just try and feel it. Now if you start thinking about pulling the aircraft up, there you go.
Oh yeah, sensitive.
That's perfect. And there. This is a good attitude, so just keep this here, and you You can lower the nose just a tiny bit. That's enough.
Okay.
Just to let it accelerate so we can take the flaps in. We really needed the sunglasses today.
I know, it was deceptive, isn't it?
Yeah. So if you can steer just 10 degrees to the right.
10 degrees right. It's a really nice day now.
Yeah.
What
It's a good
happened to
thing
the
we
cold?
waited a little bit.
Yeah, it is a good thing, yeah.
Yeah, the sun's heating up, so it's drying away. So the clouds are just humidity from the sea. As you can see, with about 2,000 RPM, we have about 110 knots, which is quite nice with the. And we're only flying at about 60% cruise power here. All right. So you see this anchor-shaped marina here.
Yep, I can see that.
Just pass. You don't need to go right over it, but a little bit towards the left. Okay, and now we're out of the local traffic zone, so you're free to turn right. There's a couple of danger areas to the south, so if you just, that island with that building there,
yep,
you can go on top of that island, but the islands on the south of it, try and avoid them.
Try and avoid them, okay.
And you can climb to 1,200 now if you want to see better.
1,200, yeah.
And the limit is 1,300.
Okay.
Did you have an ice cream on the market square?
Not yet. Not yet, but we will hopefully this afternoon, I think.
Be careful of the seagulls. They're very smart and they like ice cream.
Everybody who's watching this at home who enjoys aviation, who might be a pilot, you go on holiday and you think, oh, I can't fly, I can only fly in Australia or Finland. It's not true. You can. I emailed Aeropol I think 2 days ago and just asked, can we take a plane up and go flying? You guys got back to me in about 20 minutes. We organised it, and here we are now.
I've done the same, and I was in New York. I had just got my professional license, and okay, let's go flying. And I found an airport in New Jersey, and we took a plane and we flew back to Manhattan and flew around the Statue of Liberty and all that.
Yeah. So that's where I'll get the ferry from tomorrow to Tallinn.
To Tallinn, I'll show you.
Okay.
Those are icebreakers, by the way.
Oh, these ones here?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Let's have a look at those.
I guess people about Finland know nothing about Finland, but I guess you've heard of Nokia?
Yeah, of course.
So that used to be the headquarters of Nokia over there, the darker buildings.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
They are the most indestructible phones in the world.
Yes.
I remember having an old Nokia, I can't remember the model now, but an old Nokia phone. You could run that thing over with a car.
And we used it to open bottles. Nowadays you can't do that. You break the glass of an iPhone.
Yeah, you would. And is that the Gulf of Finland?
This is the Gulf of Finland, yeah. It's actually a little hazy today, but where the horizon is, that's where Tallinn is. You can't see it today, but it's just there.
Over in that direction.
It's super close.
Okay.
And on a bright day, you can even see St. Petersburg that way.
Wow, can you?
Yeah, they're very close.
That's awesome.
And here, where they're doing this construction, they're trying to build apartment buildings, and they're building some of them out of wood. So wood is also a very big business in Finland.
Yeah.
As you can see, this is the biggest town in Finland.
Yeah.
And it's basically just forest. Even in the middle of the city, you have forest.
Yeah, so you have lots of wood.
Yeah, so they're building some of these big buildings here. They're made of wood. You could pretty much walk through that forest and just cross a couple of roads in a couple of small towns, and you could go all the way to the Arctic Ocean.
Hey, so what other flight training do you do? So you do PPL?
We do our entry level is LAPL, which is basically a stripped down PPL. We do 35 hours of flying.
Yep.
I guess you have something similar in Australia as well.
We call it RPL, recreational pilot's license.
Yeah, basically the same thing. And then the next step is a PPL, which is an ICAO license, so it's applicable all over the world. And then we can do anything from there on related to commercial flying. So We can do standalone modular courses, CPL, IR, instrument rating, multi-engine IR.
Shall I turn us round here?
If you want, we can. There's not much to see. As you can see, the city has ended.
Yeah.
And now it's forest until you come to Japan.
Oh, okay. I've just been there, so I don't want to go. Well, I would love to go back, but we might need to refuel.
This is basically what you see for the next 10,000 miles.
That's well, I'll turn us around. I'd like to go back down here.
Yeah, we can go back towards the city.
So the airport that we took off from,
Yes.
Malmi Airport. Now, someone was telling me that's going to close soon. Is that right? Or they're talking about maybe closing it?
Well, I'm not going to say it's closing because I'm a believer.
Good. Yeah.
But they want to close it because obviously they want to build houses there. They want to build cheap apartment houses, but they're going to be very expensive because it's basically a swamp underneath the airport.
Right.
So the apartment blocks are going to sink into it, or they have to put a lot of money into that. The second important thing about Malmi is that it is the second most busy airport in Finland. The most busy one is, of course, the international one, but we have almost 40,000 operations per year, which is quite a lot.
Yeah.
For any airport, general aviation airport. And if we're lucky, they'll come to their senses and we'll get another 300 years.
Yeah, I hope so too, because general aviation is such an important part of the industry, obviously. If you take away the general aviation airfields, this happens in Australia as well. They're building shopping centres on them.
Yeah, and they did that even in Berlin. It was a bigger airport, but they closed it and then they didn't manage to build another one. And now it's just a big park, which doesn't make any sense.
No,
it's nice to have a park, but building airports is very difficult. The problem is general aviation is a sector of aviation that nobody really knows anything about or even cares anything about.
Yeah.
And it's so small that we have a difficulty in putting our voice out.
And they keep telling us that there are pilot shortages and there's a need for pilots, but if you take general aviation airports away and the training facilities away...
And you need that grassroots movement to get people who are interested in aviation, interested in the profession. A lot of our students come from air clubs.
Yeah.
You want to take a right turn?
So I have to hook it.
Yeah, maybe a 45-degree bank. Malmi traffic Oscar Kilo Alpha Papa Rusty inbound. And now we need to stay at maximum 700.
700, okay. So to the left of the chimney?
Yeah, a little bit on the left side. You'll be joining on this heading. You'll be joining downwind runway 18. Traffic Oscar Kilo Alpha Papa base leg 18. Turning finalist number 2. Full stop. Reduce idle power. It's a little bit of a slippery plane. I like the Cirrus.
Yeah.
It likes to fly. The puppies. I don't know. Do you use puppies in Australia?
Yeah, we do.
So you need 2 whites, 2 reds, but it's a bit of a steep angle. So even
it is, yeah.
Even it's a 3.5 or 4 degree angle. So you got a pretty good speed. A little bit on the high side. Now remember gentle touches. And never push a diamond. Just wait. Nice.
I see what you mean about the balloon. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. That was really good fun.